I'm this far, I know. Feel like going on. From this far, I know. Feel like going on. God, troubles all around. Mm, 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 And that's why I know. Feel like going on. And that's why I know. Feel like going on. This moment, this moment to bring the leader, da 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 da, Jesus. Did you stop to pray this morning? Did you seek of all on your way? Did you ask the Lord to bless you as you journey along your way? Be the fountain within Did you just kneel down to pray? Did you stop to pray this morning? Did you ask Him to get on your way? In the counter, what a letter darling to you. Love be the counting keep you, I keep you. Mhm. As you journey along your way. Good evening. Good evening to everyone that is joining the live tonight. I'm a bit late, although I'm late. I'm on my way. Although I'm late, I'm on my way. So, let's give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercies endureth forever. Good night, everyone. To whatever country you are in, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome to Positivity Positive Channel, Aquarian the host. Today has been a great day. You may never see this day again. But yesterday is gone. Today is today. And tomorrow it never comes. Okay? To all the subscribers to this channel, to those who listen, to those who are thinking to subscribe, I welcome all of you tonight. I respected you and I appreciate you. I thank you for subscribing. Keep sharing the live, share with your friends, share with someone, and ask them to subscribe as well. Thank you for those that are going to work. Let the Lord be your guide. Let him be your security this evening. For those that are coming home from work, do the very same thing. Did you ask the Lord? Did you remember to pray this morning? Did you ask him to guide you as you go along your way? Never forget, in your walking, in your talking, sleeping and wake, never forget to make God be your guide, be your security in everything that you do. For those that mourn, because many is mourning. When I keep saying this at nights, many is mourning. If you listen and watch the war that is now ensued in Israel, you realize that it's endless mourning. Children are mourning for their parent. Parents are mourning for their children. Friends are mourning for their friends. They may just turn up in the building or in some rubbles and they find their loved ones there. You look at this journalist that he went out to collect report and there was a blast went off and he run for shelter And when he went there, who he saw was his wife and children. So many is mourning. So in spite I asked the question, you lost loved ones. Blessed are those that mourn because they shall be comforted. You may ask the question, how are these people going to be comforted when many children has been wiped out? Many has gone down. So there are endless mourning. Mourning without ceasing. Mourning, 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 and more mourning. Okay? So each time I said, give thanks because the road you walked on yesterday, somebody walked behind you and did not make it. So you need to give thanks. Many tonight do not know what the rest of the night they live. They are for those that are living in fear. Okay, for those that are study with God by your side. Don't forget your bottle of water beside you while you're studying through the night or through the day. Your brain power use up a lot of water, so you need to use the water. Study to show yourself approve, a workman approve of their job. So whatever you're studying for, study to show yourself approved. Today, it's another shocker in the island of Jamaica. But don't be surprised. Very scripture says it's going to be war and rumors of war, earthquake in diverse places. So if there's anyone that gets hurt, I I am sorry, but seek the best attention. Okay? I heard that it was a 6.2 earthquake. And a 6.2 earthquake, it's a big earthquake. Jamaica was shaken by earthquake 1907 that destroyed Port Royal. Proof of Port Royal is still standing there. And many that are doing what they are doing, they do not look and see and go back to their history and see where that island is coming from, to whom the people were there. Yet the same inhabitant of the island are destroying the island. The, it has reached the nostril of God. We are saying most of the time that Jamaica is a blessed country. We are blessed with the sunshine. We have sunshine all year round. We have good food out there. The land of yield, the earth of yield good food. But who is destroying it? The same inhabitant of the earth, of the island, are destroying the island. There are murders upon murders, murders, young one, old one, questionable ones. Hello. There was a time when God turned his back upon Israel, and their prayers were not answers. And our island is going in the same direction. For those that are predicting earthquakes and all of what, some of the times these destruction is not from the hand of God. And if you disbelieve me, the Bible that we use for our guide, go back to it. Elijah was hiding in a cave, and there were earthquakes. There were the 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 the, the, the hills chopped away. There were wind, at the hurricane. Many things were going on, but it did not disturb him. He said it was a still small voice, and that was the voice of God. And if you read it, you will realize that some of the destruction that have taken our island and our world, it's not the hand of God. Not the hand of God. But being disobedient, your master, your master will perform the same thing that God has done. Yes. People don't believe that, but it's true. Yeah. A 5.2 earthquake. And since here, I think it is one or two earthquakes that have shook the island. Whatever hand it is coming from, we still do not think that there is a power higher than our power. We have behaved as if we in control of ourselves totally. But just an earthquake, see how many things happen? Who can soothe the earthquake? Hmm? There's nothing you can do. Things have shut off the shelf. House, houses are partially demolished, as far as I'm hearing, right? So you have to take into account that the heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament show it is handiwork. And even when people saw these things, they still do the heinous crime. But guess what? The scripture says the heart of man is like stone, turned to stone. So they have no feelings for anybody. But there was a time at the same 1907 in the very same Jamaica earthquake that opened the earth and swallowed the man. There is power, there is power in the palm of God on. Yes. Anyhow, and that is it. So, again, for those that are mourning, you shall be comforted. For those that have given birth, you have brought a life in this world. You are made steward of that life that you brought in this world. What you do with it, the responsibility will be on your shoulder. So if you have a child and however you grow it and how you train it, you will be answerable for that life. Be strengthened, mothers, and take care of your child. For the nurses, for the lawmen, for the firefighters, yeah, may God be the center. I give you a big shout out because I know whether here or there or anywhere that the law keepers are on duty and on call, their job is not easy. Medical people, the job is not easy. Ask me about it and I can tell you there is no easy fix. So many times people are there and they are just speaking, 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 take into consideration. And they love their job, I suppose. If you don't love your job, don't, for heaven's sake, don't do it. Leave it alone. Take up what you love and operate in such. Alright, as you can see, my topic tonight, trust. Trust. Hmm. Say this word with power. Say this word with authority. When you say trust, say it with a level of authority. Who do we trust? And who we don't trust? Very tricky. Very, very tricky. We trust the doctors, ain't it? Yeah. We went before him and we told him of our ailments and how we feel, and he listened to us, of a learned person about the human anatomy. So he listened to you and he make his diagnosis. Whether the diagnosis is right or it is wrong, you trusted the doctor, ain't you? Yes, you trust him. You trust him with your life. Because if he has made a wrong move, then you know it is done. It is finished. Right? So you trust him with your life. You trusted a teacher with your children. You trusted the coach with your children. You trusted the nurse. You trusted the nanny. You trusted the person that works in your house. You trusted the person who have to do with your food. So there's a lot of person we trust. We trust our parents. We trust our children. We trust our friends. Those that are called friends. We trust them. We trust them. You trust them to say what you feel like saying to nobody else, but you said it to them. And I think you trusted yourself. Self trusted yourself, don't you? Yes. So there are, trust is so wide. There's so many people you trust. You trust the pilot to walk in that plane and sit in the air, and the man is around the wheel, autopilot or no, with our life to take us several thousand altitude and miles to land us. We trust the ship. We trust the motor cars. We trust the buses. We trust the bikes. So you see how broad and wide trust is? Yeah. Trust is so wide. Trust your husband. Trust your wife. Trust your girlfriend. You trust everybody. There is none in the equation that you don't trust. Yes, you trust them. Trust, a firm belief in the reliability, truth, or strength of someone or something, relation that have to build on trust. Trust is an agreement whereby a person, a trustee, owns your property as it's normally like its own for the goods of the ones or more benefits. The heirs of trust was set up. When you set up trust, you trust someone. When we are trusting people, have we really put them into any form of situation that you are going to interview them? Or we just look at the person and said, okay, you and I talk and you speak eloquently, you are educated, You are and you are and you are. I believe in you and I trust you. And because I trust you, Mr. Sheep or Miss Sheep, I call and I am going to make you a trustee. I am trusting you with these words. I am trusting you to cover my back with power. What is going on tonight? Something is happening here tonight that is not real at all. Good night and welcome. Welcome, Miss Rincher. I see you come in with your wrench. It's like you decide to work very hard. Okay, sorry for that. I was just trying to get my things organized here. I forget to charge the phones today. So therefore it is showing me that it is running out of charge. So anyhow, let me go on until just switch over this one. Yes, I'm sorry for that breaking there. So, on the question of trust. Oh, ooh. And we have to ask the question, who do we trust? We we put the doctor in the equation. Yes, we trust him. We trust the drivers. We trust our wives. We trust our children. What when trust is broken? What happened? Because I trust you and because you know that I trust you with what I have, I make you be the trustee of my property. I make you be the trustee of my money. I make you be the trustee of just my wealth. Right? So therefore, we do not put these people that we trust, we don't question them. We don't question them. We just look at how they move. how they speak, how, you know, their own persona, how they presented themselves, and the interest they will say to you. I have an interest. I'll look after you, and what I ask you to do, you will person run and do it. So therefore, you trust them. A friend of mine, as a older lady, she have more than one grandchild, but her first granddaughter, when that child born, she was not living in the island. She was out of the island. Afterwards, she have returned to the island, and everybody, grandma, and they are all around her. She was going to do her business her own self because she had the strength to do that. Okay, until it went on until for I think it was I think it was 2016, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 2016, 2017. Yeah, in 2016, early 2016, she decided to take her grandmother, her granddaughter, to to the bank and put her name in the book. Now, this young lady used to go with her grandmother to do her shopping. She went and withdrew money and thing, but she has never put the, her name in her book. Please remember to like what you're thinking. Um, so it came down to the point now that she said, okay, let me put your name in my bank account. This was exactly what the young lady wanted. Ma, her grandmother, trusted her. She would send her to go and purchase things for her. She actually did not live with the grandmother, but she will come and spend with her 2 weeks, go and come. And now the grandmother built up a trust in her. There is nothing that she asked for that the grandmother would not have given it to her. Now, after the grandmother have put her name in the account, she was feeling so good. She did not show up that side to the grandmother at all. Not at all. Mm. The grandmother called me one day. Mhm. The young lady went into the grandmother's handbag and she took the debit card. The grandmother went to shopping once per month because that's the time her pension would have come. So she went shopping, she went to deal with her business, and then she did her shopping. So this is done once per month. So right after that part of the month, the young lady removed the card from her handbag and she went in the bank and she withdrew 40,000 first. Okay, nothing was done, whatever she, and she have the nerve was to ask her grandmother for some money. Whatever the grandmother had at home, he gave it to her. Right after she withdrew that 40,000, she went back to the bank and she withdrew $2 million. This is a true story I'm telling you. And we are talking about trust here. The time of the month came when the grandmother is going to get her business straightened up and get to the bank and then do her shopping. When she went in the bank, the the um the bank person saw her and asked them to send her in. And when it was presented to her, she was not herself. She said, I don't believe. The proof is there. They asked her, did you send this young lady to do this transaction? No, I didn't know. And hear what? She had the bag with her and didn't know that the card was not in the bag. So when they said that to her and she went in her bag, the card was not there. So she get on her phone and she called the young lady. She didn't get her, but she get the mother. And she said, this is what so and so did. The mother said, nope, she would never do that. No, no, no. You are telling a lie on her. So you know the police was called in. The police now was called in. And the mother hasted from where she was, come and meet her mother right at the bank door. When all of what was open to the mother, the mother was speechless. Trust. She trusted this young lady as her granddaughter to take care of her grandmother things. And you know the hot part about it? That money was taken and taken to an next parish and given to her boy to purchase a car. She has not even seen the car. So the law had was to step in. Question again was asked. Why did I trusted her? Why? People, when a trust is broken, there is no glue, no needle and thread, no machine can put back that trust together. Okay? These things are real. And if you are going to do something of that nature, the shortest pencil is better than the longest memory. When it comes to business, you have no friends. Your friend is your business. Friend is out. So listen to me, we are friends. But this pen, I am leaving you in charge. I am entrusting this in your hand. So I am going to write a piece of paper. Pen and paper speak. And what you don't understand, don't be too big to go and investigate and find out what you should do and what you should not do. Because when your trust is broken, you are broken. Everything around you is broken. I trusted you. Anyhow, I have to wind up this very fast. My cards cannot reach where I am right now. This is not charging fast enough. No Henken glue, no glue cannot put back trust. When you trusted someone and they hurt you, they took you down to the lowest end. There's nothing can bring back because you will never forget. You will never forget what they have done. You trusted persons with your property. You trusted persons with sometimes simple things. Sometimes simple things. You may just look at it and say, well, then, this is a simple thing. I am just asking you if you could go visit my house while I'm not there. I am asking you, I'm leaving my dogs in your care, that you feed them until I get back. But sometimes when you come back, what happened to the dog? Your dog perished for food. Yet this is a person in front of you showing as if they care. So because they portray that in front of you, you thought more or less, yes, I can trust this person. You trusted your children and they betrayed you. Judas, when he betrayed Christ, was Judas one of those that into the crowd walking up and down. No, he was right there. But guess what? Christ knew I cannot trust you. I cannot trust you. I cannot trust you. He could not trust Judas. Peter, who pretended to be so close and good, and I will stand up with you. Don't matter comes what, I am going to stand up with you. But you know he could not trust Peter. He knew he could not have trusted Peter. So some of the times, the hurt we get, if we could only sit back and try to get deeper with this person. When I was 14 years old, I get a holiday job after school give holiday at this little factory. And the people they took on to me, that was a glass factory. And they took on to me and just, apparently they just liked me. That's how I put it. And they would have asked me to come in earlier than the other persons. And all the other persons were big people working there. And this it was this Chinaman. And he would have asked me to tidy up his room for him. And I would have breakfast because he have his helper. He have his helper and his person there. But they just give me this little extra as the junior. And one morning I went into his room, and as I was taught, you don't sweep the house unless you sweep under the bed. So I took out all my what my parents bring me up, and I put the broom under the bed. The bed is like it bucked and something. So I pen and peep. It was a pile of money under the bed. Under the bed that Chinaman sleep on. And I'm like, why this big parcel of money is underneath the bed? I did it yesterday and there was no money there. And believe you me, I didn't want to sweep the bed underneath no bed. And that come out already, I just orally sweep out and out of the people, out of the person's room. And the lady was in the kitchen. So I'm finished, and time come for me to go around in the factory to do what I am assigned to, and things like that. Alright. By the time I went around the factory, the Chinaman leave from out of the factory and he went into his room. I didn't know because I didn't see him, but lunchtime they called me and I went, and Miss Winnie, anyway, I can't call her name because she's now deceased, right? And she gave me lunch and she said to me, what was wrong this morning? I said, nothing. She said to me, um, Mr. Gentleman came and he looked under the bed. So I pretended I don't know and I didn't see. I just pretended that. And believe you me, she said to me, not that very morning, when it comes to the end of the summer, they gave me some money. And she said to me, keep up your principle that you have. That was put there to see what you would have done. My people then tell me say no thief. And me no want them up they go put no strap on me. This is the people things and leave it alone. So look here. Until the summer over, they trust me because tell me some face thief, but don't tell me some thief. Yes. Tell me, call me feisty, but not attach teeth to me. Because anything that I am going to be taking, it must be something that I wouldn't have done it again. Right? So I just look at them, and of course, they had good news to go back to my people with. Oh, yes, so and so. Trust. I make you the trustee. And I'm going to share a next story. And these are things that happen. And most of the time we saw things happen to other people and we do not take heed because we said to ourselves, it cannot happen to we. But it does happen to you. When you see a next person's downfall, use it as a stepping stone that you do not fall in the same ditch as that. Right? So if it happened to X and Y, make sure it doesn't happen to you. So you use their mistake for your stepping stone. This lady have a friend in such country into a foreign land, and she took sick suddenly. While she was sick, she made this friend a trustee, and she took up her daughter and son, and everything was left. She's a trustee of everything. And when she look and see what happened after the lady was buried, the home that the daughter and son should be in, she put them out and she sold the place. She sold the car. And she sold just about all the things she could have sold. Right? So she um she she sent back one of the smallest child back to the country he was coming from with a one-way ticket. So he was there until he did find ways to send him back. He wasn't going back to the home. They don't know where he was going, but there were some relatives that he went to. And the government started to probe because, of course, the children, whatever, they went there and they laid their complaint and whatever there. She, she is the trustee, so she's going to take these things as her own and the children as her own. But today, as I am speaking to you, she's serving a 20-year sentence, and this is not allegedly. This is not allegedly. She's serving a 20-year sentence right now. So I would not say allegedly because this is something that is close to me. Right? So when you put people that you trust, the first thing that builds up is bad mind. That's the first entity, bad mind. The second one is my one. And I will do what I can to move it out of the way because this is mine. Right? So people walk into your life, and when they walk in your life and they express their love and their um their their care for you as a friend or as a relative, this is what they want to do. But you know the thing that hurts is when a person is down, when they're low, lights are burning, and you kick them to the curb. You hurt them. Don't hurt a person when they are down. When the wounded soldier is down, you cannot put him in fight. Wait until he's healed. Wait until he's healed. Many persons are loose because of, I would say, wrong judgment. Because they trusted this person so much. They trusted them in business. They trusted them in friendship. They trusted them with what they have. This young man, a car was bought and given to him to operate as a taxi. And he gladly took the car. And he worked the car until the owner saw the car no more. The car disappeared, and he is the driver of the car. He kept the car, and he cannot give no whereabout of the car. Right? So when we said we are trusting people, make pen and paper, and I think there is something in the law that if you have done certain things, then you will be you will pay the penalty. Close. Ah, this is closed. Right? I won't be staying along with you, but I only have one cord that is stretching from one end to the other. So I will have to, of course, trust is a wide, it is wide, it is wide. So I'm just doing a part of it tonight, and I will pick up where I left off tomorrow. The very scripture said, trust no man. Put not your trust in neither prince or princess. Trust God Himself. Sometimes you can't even trust your own self. Even your own self lets you down at times. Because you say you will not do certain things, and at the end of the day, you did it. Okay, I will have to close this live right here. I am thanking you for listening to me. I'm thanking you for joining me. I don't know what happened to the phone. I I have to. My phone is the battery is dying, and I only have one part can stretch from where to where. So I am going to be closing just now, and I will pick up tomorrow where I left off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and be cognizant of your surrounding. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Protect yourself. Okay. And tomorrow evening, I will come back with the rest of this presentation that I have done here. Trust. Trust. Don't remember. Ask who you trust. Sorry, I will have to take down this one. Okay. Mercy, Father God. Why am I not sincere? Behind every anchors. Me I look for country round here drop down. Me I drive back come and me not see no building. Me I say no. The lady a hold on for me and I said,